Hello students, today we will read about the Indian foreign trade uh, in between these 7 5-year plans from 1950 to 1990 and in the new economical reform also. First, the foreign trade. The foreign trade is the trade between two or more countries in the form of import and export. It is the backbone of the any country. Therefore, Mr. Robertson has pointed out that the foreign trade is the engine of the economic growth. If the foreign trade will be in better condition, then the country will become developing country and developed country very soon. Now we come to the point that what are the importance of the foreign trade. Foreign trade play a vital role for the economic growth. So first, it increases the demand. Foreign trade is a relation of import and export. Therefore, when we make the export, our domestic goods are demanded in the foreign countries and competition take places in exporter and domestic producers, and the domestic producers demand also increases and the export demand also increases, whereas the qualities of goods which are better in the foreign countries, they are imported. Means the demand of both sides, imports and export, increases in the foreign trade along with the domestic products quantity. The next important point is the supply of capital. Due to import and export, the foreigners seeks the better market for their goods, and for this searching of the better market rest in the countries where they have good export from their side. Means the country where the foreign countries are making export, means the domestic countries are making import, the foreigners export is our import. So the supply of capital in the form of investment comes in the domestic country, and that investment is better for the all types of economic growth in the economy. The third point is, due to the export, development take place in the various fields, like sufficient resources comes inflows in the countries, and this inflows of capital, machineries, tools, equipment help the country with the development. The next important factor is expansion of the market. Market for the domestic countries and market for the foreign countries also increases with the increase in the foreign trade. The next important of foreign trade is sharing of the technologies, techniques. So with this inflow and outflow of import and export, technology also imports and exports, and that helps for the better economical growth by the industrial and service sector development. The next important feature of the foreign trade is utilization of resources. A fuller or the optimum utilization of the resources happens due to this foreign trade. Whatever capacity of a country is for that exploiting the resource, that is enhanced with the import and export. Next important feature of the foreign trade is industrialization. Due to this foreign trade, industrialization get momentums in a developing country or undeveloping countries or non-developing countries, and the inflows of machineries, tools and equipments from the foreign countries which are already in a developed stage, they help the poor countries, weak countries or developing countries. The next important feature of the economic foreign trade is it is very useful in the crisis period or in natural calamities period. One example, for the COVID-19 pandemic, almost all the world is suffering, especially the countries which have poor health infrastructure. Now, due to this foreign trade, the developed country of the world are making trades, foreign trades with the economically backward countries. The next important feature is increase in the investment. As I told you, due to the import and export, the inflow of capital from the developed country for the searching of market happens, and that helps the developing country or undeveloped countries by the investment, foreign investment. Direct foreign investment also increases, as well as the investment of capital increases. The last point of the foreign trade is that it is very important for the high rate of growth. Due to this foreign trade, the world has noticed high growth rate in the GDP and national income. If we talk about the countries which are suffering lot of sanctions due in the foreign trade, like North Korea, Israel, Libya, Venezuela, Iraq, all these countries which have a restricted foreign trade, their growth rate is very poor, very low in compared to the countries who are entertaining the free foreign trades. Now, our next topic is foreign trade in India. The foreign trade is divided by 3 parts or 4 parts sometimes. The division of the foreign trade is first volume of trade, composition of trade, direction of trade and balance of trade. So, first the volume of foreign trade. By volume of foreign trade we mean that the total volume or the quantity of goods and services which are imported and exported. So, the quantity of all goods of import and export, that is the volume of trade. For the volume of trade in India in 1951 and 52, the total volume of trade was only 1600 crores approximate, under which 716 crore was export and more than 900 was import. So, the import was more than export. In the 1990 or 1990, in the end of 7th 5-year plan, the total volume of the trade increased by 62.9 crores. 63,000 approximate 63,000 crores rupees was the total volume of export, under which the export was just 27,600 crore rupees, and the import was near about 35,300 crore rupees. Still the export was very less in compared to import. And in the 12th 5-year plan in 2015 and 16, the total volume of trade increases by multiple, and it was near about 41 lakh 90,000 crore rupees, means near about 42 lakhs crore rupees the volume of trade was, under which 17 lakh was export and 25 lakh crore rupees was import. Still there is an increase in the volume of trade, and in a ratio the volume of import and export was also increasing, but still we have a deficit balance of trade. So this volume of trade is the total quantity of import and export, whereas the composition of trade is the trade items or the items that are imported and exported during the one financial year or during a specific time of trade. Before the independence, the composition of the trade was that India was exporting 90% or 99%, 95% of the raw materials only, and jute, cotton, etc., and importing the finished good. Majority of the finished good was imported, and especially the cereals. But after 1950 to 1990, there was a change in the composition of trade. This composition of trade in the export, our agriculture export reduces, the raw material export reduced, our manufacturing goods export increases, the share of petroleum products for the export were very less, and the share of minerals or mining material or the raw material was also decreasing in this composition of trade during the 1950 to 1990. And when we talk about the imports, the composition of the import also changed. The import of the food grains has a significant declines. We have achieved the green revolution in this time, and our dependency on the food grains and the cereals on the foreign country was sufficiently decreased. The share of capital goods which was imported, they also reduced, and the share of import of the petroleum products has a significant increase. The share of imports of the intermediate goods was increased. Now we are making the finished goods, and the share of chemical fertilizers which was imported from the foreign countries, they also reduced. We have started our own fertilizer productions. So in this time we became little bit dependent. But after 1990, after the new economical reform, which we will read in the next lesson or next topic. So after the new economic reforms, that is liberalization, globalization and privatization, our composition of the foreign trade also take a notable change. Now we became more and more liberal, developed with the composition of foreign trade. Now, the third is direction of the trade, direction of the foreign trade. The direction of the foreign trade means the item of the import and export with the countries. So, direction means the different countries to which our foreign trade is happening. Before the independence, our basic direction of the trade was with the Great Britain, China, and with the Commonwealth countries, which was under the control of Great Britain. After the 1950, we have a trade relation with the limited countries, especially England and America. But with the economical development of India and with the second and third and onwards 5-year plan, the Indian strategy with the direction of trade has a notable change. Now, India is a leading country which has a trade relation with the OPEC. OPEC means Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. Now, India is also has a good relation with OECD, that is Organization of Economical Cooperation Development. India has a good trade relation with the G7 and G8 countries. That is, if we talk about the G7 countries, it is Russia. Russia comes in the G8 countries. In G7 countries, Canada, France, Italy, Japan, Germany, and America, USA these are the 7 countries. And when we include Russia in this, it became G8 countries. So India has a good trade relation with the G8 countries, and not only with the G8, India is a member of G20 countries, that is 20 countries group, and India is a leading player in a direction of trade with the BRICS country, BRICS, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America. India is planning to make an international currency in a BRIC currency. Means this currency will be valid not only in the India but all the group of the BRICS country. But still there are some obstacles from the International Monetary Fund and World Organization. But the India's direction of the trade has a tremendous change. It became vast with the rest of the world. India is making foreign trade with almost all the countries of the world. The last is the balance of trade. While we talk about the foreign exchange, foreign trade, it is important to know the balance of trade. Balance of trade is the difference of the value of the goods exported and goods imported. Means export minus import is the balance of trade. In 1950-51, the balance of trade was 174 crore rupees, that is in deficit. Means export minus import. So our export was less and import was more. So the deficit was 174 crore rupees. As I have told you, in the 1952, the total value of trade was 1606 crore rupees. The export was 890 crore rupees and the import was 716 crore rupees. So the deficit balance of payment trade was 174 crore rupees. Again, in 1990, our balance of trade was again in deficit. It was in negative number, minus 7,131 crore rupees was our balance of trade. It was again export was more and import was less. In 1990, our total export was 27,658 crore rupees, while our import was 35,228 crore rupees. So the balance of payment was deficit minus, that is negative 7,131 crore rupees. When we talk about the 12th 5-year plan, that is 2015-16, so our deficit was, balance of payment was minus 7,72,526 crore rupees. In 1990, in 2015-16, our total value of trade was 41,90,208 crore rupees, under which the 24,81,367 crore rupees was import, and the export was 17,88,841 crore rupees. So we can conclude that our balance of trade from the independence, from the beginning of the planning, was getting in deficit, and still we are in the deficit balance of trade. Now our next topic is features of foreign trade in India. In India, the first is there is an increase in the value and the volume of trade. From continuously from 1951 and onwards, India's import and export is getting more and more, and the deficit balance of payment is also increasing. In, as I have given you the data, there is a second point, there is an increase in the share of GDP. Foreign trade is increasing its share or the ratio or the contribution in the GDP. It is now 12% in the 1950-51, but in the 1990s the contribution of foreign trade is almost 32%. The foreign trade is declining in the world trade also. India's trade with the world was 1.7% in 1990. India was total volume of the Indian contribution or share or a percentage in the world trade was 1.7%. But it reduced by the world in the world, and in 2014-15 it became 2.1%. So the contribution in the world trade is decreasing in the, when we talk about the Indian foreign trade's contribution. The next important point is the change in the composition of the export. In the primary stage, we was exporting the raw materials, but now we are exporting the finished goods, technology, machineries, manufacturing goods, and even we are the service provider for the international forum. In the space science, we are the leading service provider. Even with Russia and China and Australia, we are giving our launching vehicles to them. The next is change in the composition of imports also. As I told you, now we are importing the technology and techniques, services we are importing, but we are not importing the food grains and raw materials. We are exploiting our own raw materials and we are self-dependent in many fields. We are not dependent on the foreign countries for their help. So our import composition is also changed. When we talk about the balance of trade, here from 1950 to 2020, our balance of trade is, though has a notable change, but still we can't claim that our balance of trade is favorable. It is favorable with some countries, but it is unfavorable with main partners of foreign trade like China and America. The next point is control of the government. In the foreign trade, the control of foreign government before 1990 was too much. There was a heavy control or strict control in the import and export by the government. But after 1990, with the development of new economic reforms, this control has been liberalized and there was a liberty with the foreign trade policies by the central government. Now we talk about the trade policies of India by 1990 or up to the 1990. Before 1990 or up to the 7th 5-year plan, the objective of import was substitution. Means we are searching to protect the domestic countries, domestic industries with the foreign competition. And we have two types of import protection. First, we have decided the quota, and second was tariff. Under the quota, the central government has kept the quantity of import. A limit was described or the fixed up to which the import was permitted. Beyond that limit, import was not permitted. And second was tariff. To protect the domestic goods or the exporter, the government has made or levied a tariff on the imported goods, and this tariff was high to make the imported good more and more costly. So the selected persons can only purchase that goods, and as a result imported goods became costly and rare, and the demand of the imported goods fall. And by quota we have limited the volume of imports. So these are the strategies of foreign trade in the period of 1990 and from 1951 to 1990 between these 7 5-year plans.